Mothering intuition. I got a message from my mom on direct messages. She was super upset recently about something that was on the stories, and we ended up in an amazing conversation. I'm bringing it to you because I want your feedback. I don't think she is alone in this club. I think it's a really big club. Her comments that came out really struck my heart. She said, all the conflicting advice over the years has made me deaf to my instincts. I can't hear my instincts to parent over the constant chatter of all the advice. She was so hurt. She felt that some moments had been missed because she was so busy trying to follow really good advice from a lot of people, and it's in conflict with what she's reading now, and it had hurt her. And I felt deeply for her. How many of you experienced that? I think the problem partly is this Instagram, social media, all of it is a wonderful buffet of information, but like fast food, it's hard to live on. It prioritizes sound bites. If I talk more than 90 seconds, you often don't see that video at all. It goes on and on. Also, I think there's been some generational loss. The last couple generations, because of how birthing and lifestyle and a few other things, there's a loss. And so now we're trying to get it back from this fast food buffet of information on sound bites. You may not realize that as a content creator, that there's a big pressure to use AI, use Chat GPT, because it's really quick. You don't have to do much. You just push a button and it generates all that content for you. What's the big deal? Except that all that content is repurposed from what's out there now, which is the problem. So I'm so concerned about how this is going. And I just want you to know, my goal is to hand it back. I am for sure a flawed human. I sometimes get choked up myself about making a reel. What if I say something that there's a new study about that I missed? Or what if everyone else has decided something else and I sound like a dork? You know how it goes. It's a crazy place. How do I help authenticity and hand it back to you? How do I help you be more authentic in a not authentic format, right? So number one, with regards to me, never, ever, ever, ever do something that doesn't feel just right or sound just right for you, in your circumstance, for your child, just because you think I said it. I don't know your circumstance. I don't know your mineral levels. I don't know your trauma. I don't know the temperature of your house. I don't know the history of your child. You do. So my intent is to bring to you some ideas that I think are based in common sense and experience, and certainly through the lens of my life, which has an opinion, and from my experience, which has a certain lane, and from a silo of how I've looked at the world or how I've lived it. So I offer it to you in humbleness and in a sense of curiosity to bring new ideas to you in some new ways, I really hope. How are you handling things like that? Have you felt like that, Mom? I'm really interested. I know you'll have lots of advice, lots of good ideas, and I hope to hear about them.